Hello guys, welcome to Servlet tutorial. Today we shall see one interview question, that is what happens if browser window is closed and new browser window is opened in the middle of the session that is there with the web application. So here we are trying to work with the HTTP session with the cookies and to handle or to work with the session handling or session tracking or session management. So the web application which is participating in a HTTP session by using HTTP session with the cookies to perform HTTP session tracking or session handling or session management. So what will happen if you close the browser window within the operations or within the sessions and new browser window is opened? Okay, so what will happen? So when the browser window is closed, with respect to I'm talking about with respect to HTTP session with the cookies. Okay, HTTP session with the cookies. So when the browser window is closed, the in-memory cookies that contains session ID will be destroyed from the browser. The in-memory cookies contains session ID will be destroyed from the browser window, and that session ID is not visible for new browser window. So the session ID of the old browser window will be invalidated when that browser window is closed and that session will not be continued with the new browser window. So let me add the note point and I will put this practically also. So when the browser window is closed, when the browser window is closed, then closed, the in-memory cookies present in the in-memory cookies, the cookies that contains session ID will be destroyed and that session ID is not visible for new browser window. So the session ID, let me write here. So the session ID of old browser window will be invalidated when that browser window is closed and this session will not be continued with new browser window. Okay, fine. Okay guys, so this is the explanation. So let me close my existing browser window which contains, so let me close here, I'm trying to close Firefox. So I'm trying to close I have closed here now. So let me open new one. So let me go first and go to manager app. Try this practically. Where is my 61, which will work with HTTP session with the cookies? So it has 3 sessions. You can see here it has 3 sessions, right? So let me stop. So invalidate selected sessions. Okay, fine. Return to main page. Scroll down. So 61 you will find geos. So you'll find here personal.html. So here I'm trying to enter something like Pramod or Mauli. Enter age, if I enter here 430, and address from if she belongs to Aurangabad, and if I hit the continue. Now if you observe here, the first solid session ID is 072. Now let me try to get a session ID and I want to close. So close here. Otherwise let me forcefully destroy the cookies. So control shift, otherwise now destroyed. I'll go with F2 URL now. I'll try to open again. So localhost slash instead of personal, let me go to yes URL. So you can see here there is no cookies, so it will treat it as a new. Okay, trying to get the new, but now let me go for no. So shift home, localhost, so 61. Now here is I want to go for F URL. So I'm trying to get this new. So let us compare this previous one and new one. Copy. So copy, and so you can see here two different IDs. You can see here two different IDs. Okay, fine guys, two different IDs. Okay boss, fine. So this proves two different IDs, two different session IDs while working with the session tracking using HttpSession with cookies. HttpSession with the cookies. Okay boss, fine. So two different IDs, two different session IDs. So here session IDs. So this indicates that what happens if browser window is closed and the new browser window is opened in the middle of the session that is there with the web application. So when the browser window is closed, the in-memory cookies that contain session ID will be destroyed. So this session ID is destroyed earlier, and that session ID is not visible for new browser window. So I close this and try to open new. So the session ID of the old browser window will be invalidated. This is invalidated. So closed means invalidated, closed and invalidated. Then when that browser window is closed, and this session will not be continued for new browser window. So here again new session object gets created, new session ID for new session objects. Okay boss, so this happens internally. Okay guys, we shall see one more new questions.